Do you see the facility here to the right?
Yes.
This is the pumping area. This is the main pumping area of taking water from the Sea of Galilee. For many years, the Sea of Galilee was the source of drinking water to the state of Israel. But since we started having, or we've established the desalination plants, and we have 5 of them, now we take the water from the Mediterranean, and what we pump out of the Sea of Galilee is used mainly for agriculture, together with the spring, together with getting water from the rain and keeping them in reservoirs. But not only that, but there is the channel is part of the national water carrier that brings water down south, because it's less blessed with water down south. And that is a project that was initiated in around the early 60s to get down. There is a place, we may pass it tomorrow, which is to purify the water. In the channel, we gather the water from the springs. We're later going to visit the Church of Multiplication and talking about the fertile area. Okay, there were lots of springs. The name of the place is driven out of the Greek name Tabgha, heptagon, which is hepta, 7 springs. Nowadays, we don't see, and they don't exist, all the springs, due to the earthquakes that this place has experienced. It said 8th, 9th, and 11th century. Now and then you can feel. About 2 years ago there was a minor earthquake felt in Tiberias, because this is part of the Jordan Valley, and the Jordan Valley is actually the part of the Syrian African rift that goes 4,000 kilometers from Syria down to Africa. Now, Jesus wandered in the lower Galilee here, by the Sea of Galilee, on the west side, as I said. And when you're done, when you finish Mass, because we have to do it, we'll do it at 10, and then I'll, before you go inside the church, I'll explain, because one thing is connected to another, and in order for you to get the whole picture, to get the scenery of how things happen, we will use the Bible, my pictures, and everything. You can see the church on top of the mountain there to the right. And when you walk towards the church, it's not a wow, not at all. It's built from Berluzzi, building it in 1935. Antonio Berluzzi uses a lot of the local stone. You see this basalt stone here. It's octagonal, and you know what is the meaning in architecture of a building that is built octagonal, meaning 8 walls?
Yeah.
That's to commemorate something central. The Dome of the Rock is octagonal because it's over the rock, and we spoke about the significance of the rock. We'll see another building that is octagonal, and that's when we go to Capernaum, the place of the ancient churches. That is to depict the central. What is the central thing about Mount of Beatitudes? The Sermon on the Mount. All right? Matthew chapter 5 happens to be also the 8 Beatitudes. And the 8 Beatitudes is the core of Jesus' gospel, of the message that he sends. It may come in 8 sentences, but each sentence holds a lot of information, or a lot of, how would you say, it's very significant what it tells. When Berluzzi builds the church, again, he wants to depict something from the event. How do you do it? Now, we haven't been to Nazareth yet, but when we go there, I'll tell you to look at the scenery. Where does Jesus grow? And the place a person grows in, the environment surrounding him, that's what teaches them how to think. I mean, if you live in the mountains, would you know how to be a fisherman? No. But if you live by the sea, you don't necessarily go skiing. So it depends, but Jesus has both. He lives in Nazareth, and you'll see how Nazareth is surrounded with mountains. It sits on a mountain and below. And yet when he leaves and comes here to the Sea of Galilee as a young man, what he sees influences his parables, his teaching. What do we see here? The lake. Lake is water. What is in the water? Fish. Fish is considered to be a symbol of life. The Jewish tradition, we use the fish as a symbol of life. Look how green it is. Okay. So while touring today those places, try to keep your mind in this to this topic of what influences and how we work it. People are so impressed looking at the church of the building, they don't see the steps, okay? Now, the toilets everywhere we go charge money. It's usually 2 shekels, or if you want to behave like you're going into Noah's Ark, you pay $1 and you go in a couple. You always have a partner with you.